And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are back inside of our survival world and we're starting to get some of the path stuff figured out for today. I get it's a bit of a more boring task for most people. So not exactly the most entertaining video, but I enjoy working on the paths. I find that it's one of the more entertaining things to do. There's something about, you know, connecting everything and making the different puzzle pieces that you built fit together properly that I just really enjoy. But yeah, as you can see, I've already kind of gotten the general paths figured out. I just have to actually set them up. Now I do think leading to the garden, I might leave it mostly bare, except for maybe just a little bit of decoration along the side. Not very much, but you know, mostly plain, I think is how we're gonna go for it. Just something kind of like that leading up to it. But over going the other way, I want to make this just a little bit more of an overgrown feel. It's kind of the plan. The post fences are going to be kind of sporadic, I think, as part of the plan. I want most of the torches to probably be lit up on the fences. It kind of gives that like background lighting feel. I get that, you know, there's still gonna be all the torches in the distance, so getting kind of a hidden lighting feel isn't exactly very possible with the given circumstances, but I'm more than fine with that. But yeah, my main goal is just kind of cover it up, make it feel kind of background as you're walking through. I already really kind of like how this is turning out. I think it looks a little better from this direction than walking this way. Probably in part has to do with like that not being fully covered, that kind of hanging out weird. There we go. I think that works a little bit better from that direction. But yeah, so this is generally the sort of idea I'm rolling with. I'm gonna go ahead and get it built up, and we'll see what we think. All right. So I got it kind of built up on both sides. The only thing is I feel like on this side it might be a little bit too close to the paths in a couple of these spots, specifically just kind of right here. Or if I just cut this back a little bit, it might look just a little bit better. Maybe less that like 3 stack and stuff like that. It'll be a little more fence poking out, but I think if I actually cut this back in a couple spots, let a bit more poke out, it might look just a smidge better that way, now that it's more overgrown. Like initially when there's only part of the right side done, the fences poking out felt a little weird, but now that it's a bit more done, I feel like it looks just a smidge better. Yeah, I think that works. Ultimately, I mostly like how it goes. I think if, yeah, we just widen the actual path a bit in some of these spots. Oh, that helps a ton. Making the path actually like go up to the leaves. Oh yeah, I like that so much better. Do it kind of like that. Then widen it just a bit here. Alright, that looks like a million times better in my opinion. I like that much better than how it was before. Having all that grass poking out along the sides just really feels weird for how this path is. But having it all path leading up to the sides is... Oh, I really like that. Okay, I really like how this path turned out. I also think that just in general, it gives this entire area far more character. Just in general. I do think that maybe I should do something along here, which might be legit as simple as just setting up like a shrub along here. If we just toss some leaves down here just kind of as a barrier. I might want to make this 3 high. We don't want to block off this path. I don't know where this path will be going in the future, but don't want to block it off. Set some torches down along here. Let's just make that 1 higher so that it feels like it matches up a little better. And then maybe Just add a little bit extra shrubbery along here. Maybe we make this 2 high back here, not just 1 high. And then we could even, like, fill in the shrubbery all the way to back here. This does feel like maybe overdoing it just a tiny bit. But I do think that kind of breaking it up and not making the pumpkin, like, the only focal point. Oh, I definitely think that looks better from here. Let me head up here and see what it looks like from a distance. Get out of here, phantoms. Oh yeah, I definitely think that looks better. It gives a bit more of a break there. It does look a little weird from this angle specifically, but once this fills out to here, that should be fine for the most part. And I think that it makes the garden look a little better, because it is a little weird seeing kind of the sharp contrast between the bottom of the pumpkin and what's lying next to it. And then whenever a path runs along here, if a path ever runs along there, we can do something about it to make it so that it isn't just flat up against this. Overall, I really, really like how this area turned out. Probably one of my favorite just kind of paths I've done to date. I've done this style before with the grass and the fences and stuff, but I think this one turned out the best out of the few that I've done. I've always really enjoyed the overgrown style with fence and leaves. Ever since the first time that I don't remember if I saw it somewhere else and kind of replicated it kind of in my own style, or if I probably saw it somewhere else if I had to guess first. But just based off of the time when I first made one, it wouldn't make a ton of sense if I had come up with it on my own. I wasn't very good at coming up with any building ideas at all back then. I'm still not super great at it, but I've definitely gotten better than I was back then, so it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if I saw it somewhere else. But yeah, regardless, not that that's a big deal. Let's not put a torch right there. I feel like it looks better if the torches are a bit more like up on the fences, just directly in the immediate area of the path. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. All right, cool. All right, so last thing I really think we have to do today is just to start clearing out some of this area. I still have absolutely no clue what I'm going to put here. But it's a nice spot, and I think I'll be able to find something eventually to put down over here. And with the beacon, we'll have the haste so we can insta-mine stone or whatever in case we want to do something a bit further down. But yeah, I just kind of want to start clearing out some of the trees and stuff. Whenever I think about it and it's nighttime, I'll need to go ahead and light up some of the areas that aren't lit up, like that hillside over there, and a little bit going this way. I also need to decide, since I'm expanding into the clearing, I'm gonna need a new sort of border, since that's kind of how I've been doing everything in this world, is kind of setting everything up to look like a valley, even when it's not actually structured like a valley, where the edges are like trees and stuff instead. I still want it to kind of give that valley feel, which in here it's already kind of structured that way. We'll have the dense oak forest there to kind of block it off, which is also where I collect my oak wood. And then we have the actual mountainside here. This leads out to the ocean. I want to leave it there because I think that I'm going to expand into the ocean either by way of some sort of island that I might build out there, or something underwater, like an underwater facility is what I'm thinking. Plus, I like the idea of the underwater facility. I just don't know how I'll do it. I could also build one of those builds where like you clear out the water and make it so that it's like something that's built below sea level but is still not covered by the water because all the water falls down around it or whatever. I don't know. I'm a little bit less sold on that. I've never really liked that style of build. Some people have built some stuff with that that's pretty impressive, but I'm still kind of like, not exactly my style. I'd rather do like an underwater facility sort of feel. So yeah, this area is going to need some land work done. I'm thinking we'll probably fill in all this. And I probably want to clear trees all the way back to back here. And then incorporate the bamboo forest. Either bring the bamboo forest all the way back here and have it cut off as well. Or maybe even just bring the bamboo forest up to the hillside. Actually, I know what we're going to do. Let me grab some bamboo. We don't have to take the bamboo very far at all. All we really have to do is bring the bamboo kind of back this way out to right about here, and we'll have the bamboo go up here as well, and then we'll let this hillside cover it from there. And then as long as we're down here or whatever, it'll give off that feel of kind of being covered. It's a bit less of a physical boundary than has been in many of my other areas, so from that standpoint I'm a little bit unsure how it'll work. We'll see once the bamboo grows in how it looks, but I think it should work. I think it should be just fine. We'll see for sure, though. You just got to make sure the bamboo's thick enough that you can't really see through it very well. Which, that should be plenty with that. If you're wondering where I got all the bamboo, by the way, I don't know why, but apparently I had harvested a bunch of bamboo at some point while constructing all this. Like, I had a bunch of extra bamboo. And I forgot about that. I had a bunch of extra bamboo that was just in a chest, like, randomly right here. That was just sitting there. And I don't know why it was there. I don't remember why I left it. But it was there. So, didn't have to collect bamboo for this, which is nice. Also, this is not fully set up over here, which I don't really like. I just want to get this a bit more going back here. I just dislike that right here it feels so thin. Once that stuff goes back there, that'll fix itself right up, though. Alright, cool. And so yeah, once again, I have no clue what we're going to build here next. I presume it'll be my next project, whatever we're building here. So I'm going to have to figure it out before I record the next episode, most likely. But I might go do some other stuff and put this area on hold for a bit. I also had some plans for some stuff in the nether that I want to get done at some point that, you know, I feel like needs done pretty badly. So I also might shift course entirely and go for that for now, and then come back to this once I have an idea for it. My only concern is that I might just abandon the area for a long time until I remember about it again, because that happens sometimes with my stuff. But yeah, that's at least what I'm thinking for now. Alright guys, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. God bless. Bye bye.